This is a CBS News update. I'm Mary Calvi. Breaking news, a Scarsdale businessman makes a deal for the deadly stabbing of his wife. Julius Reich was sentenced to 20 years for killing his wife in January 2016 in exchange for pleading guilty to manslaughter. Police say Reich stabbed Dr. Robin Goldman nearly 24 times in their Scarsdale mansion. Prosecutors say after the attack, Reich allegedly smoked a cigarette and then called 911. Reich addressed his crime in the courts.
The damage that was caused is unfathomable. I shall bear the guilt forever. My only hope is that someday my children find it in their hearts to communicate with me. I hope and pray that they stay strong and find ways to continue their lives and careers with the love and devotion their mother exemplified.
Reich's 3 grown children were not at the sentencing. After several days of wet weather, we're getting a break from the rain today, but it is going to be hot and humid. A heat advisory goes into effect in about an hour from now. Vanessa Murdock is here with the forecast.
Yeah, it remains dry and hot for 2 days. Then, along with the heat, showers and storms return to the forecast on Friday. Out there right now, it is beautiful. Hazy conditions yet. The temperatures are warming up swiftly, 80 degrees right now. We expect it to climb to 90 this afternoon. 79 in White Plains at this moment in time, 79 in Babylon, 81 for Edison. As far as the 24-hour temperature change is concerned, just a little bit warmer right now than it was yesterday. Dew points, though, low 70s for some, upper 60s for the rest. This is oppressive. With the high heat and high humidity, that is why the heat advisory does go into effect today at noon, with feels-like temperatures expecting to be in the mid-90s today. On the Vortex satellite and radar picture, loving what I'm seeing here, and that is a big area of high pressure, allowing for skies to remain clear today and keeping those showers and storms at bay. As for the actual high temperatures, under bright skies and just a few thin clouds, 90 in the city, 89 in Bayshore, 88 in Katona. Again, it feels like the mid-90s. Heading to the beach today, it's low to mid-80s across Long Island, Jones Beach, too, and 90 in Seaside Park. Moderate risk of rip currents along the New York Atlantic coastlines, and in Jersey, it's a low risk today. Mary, over to you.
Vanessa, thank you. Arraignment today for a driver accused of a hit-and-run in Queens and seriously injured a boy riding a bicycle. 41-year-old Augustino Sinclair was arrested yesterday. Police say he slammed into 11-year-old Richard Granville in Far Rockaway on Monday and sped off, leaving the boy in the street. The boy's mother says her phone rang minutes after her son left the house.
They called my phone and told me that he's with my son and he just got hit by a car, and gave me the address, and I just ran out the house immediately. He said he doesn't remember anything. The only thing he remembers is when he was in the ambulance.
Granville is expected to make a full recovery, giving a thumbs up in the hospital. Sinclair is facing charges including reckless endangerment and leaving the scene of an accident. Continental crews were on the scene of a manhole explosion early this morning in Manhattan. It happened around 1:40 a.m. at 2nd Avenue and 38th Street in Murray Hill. Heavy smoke could be seen coming out of a manhole. No injuries or power outages have been reported. Starting today, people commuting to and from the Bronx have a quick way to get around. A new ferry route has begun from the Soundview section. It will make regularly scheduled stops at East 90th Street on the Upper East Side, East 34th Street, and Pier 11 Wall Street. A piece of military history is now lost. Police in New Jersey are looking for a thief who they say stole from a World War II memorial and vandalized a naval submarine. CBS 2's Allie Bauman has the story from Hackensack.
Jack Brown has been taking care of the USS Ling submarine for 4 decades, since before it even docked and opened for tours as part of the Naval Museum in Hackensack in 1973.
I got off active duty at the end of '69 and moved to New York and was assigned to that submarine. So I have a warm spot in my heart for the Ling.
Brown was giving a tour Sunday when he discovered 4 bronze plaques missing from the World War II memorial. Then he saw several open hatches along the submarine.
The locks and everything had been cut. They broke into the submarine and opened all the hatches.
The caretaker says Saturday's storm completely flooded the submarine. There's so much water inside he can't even begin to check if anything was even stolen from it. And draining this could cost millions of dollars.
The damage is going to be huge. Because all the electronic equipment.
Police estimate the plaques are worth $10,000. What's in the submarine is invaluable.
Some of this is not replaceable at all because these are artifacts that, they're one of a kind.
Investigators spent Tuesday looking for fingerprints while the tide was low. Anyone hoping to tour the Ling was turned away.
took my kids here when they were like real tiny kids. It's kind of like a piece of history and a piece of my own history there.
This is part of all of our history, so why steal from some of this?
Brown isn't sure what this means for the submarine's future.
It's really sad that people don't respect those people who gave so much. People are different than they used to be.
But the Ling's history may now lie in memories. From Hackensack, New Jersey, Allie Bauman, CBS 2 News.
Consumer spending is up. According to a new government report, the Commerce Department says Americans are buying more cars, groceries, clothes, and appliances. Retail sales in July rose 0.5%. Spending is also up at restaurants and bars at 1.3%. Southwest Airlines is tightening the leash on emotional support animals allowed on flights. Starting in September, passengers will only be allowed to bring cats and dogs on board for support. It's limited to one animal per passenger, and they must be on a leash or inside a carrier at all times. Passengers will need to present a letter from a doctor or licensed mental health professional on the day of departure. The beginning of the upcoming school year is going to be a scramble for one Long Island school district. Last week, lightning hit a school, leading to fire and water damage. Now the building won't open on time. CBS 2's Carolyn Gossoff reports.
On the roof of the Prospect School in Hempstead, you can see patched fire damage, but inside, water damage is so extensive, officials say the building will not be ready for the start of school, and it's not yet known how long the building will be uninhabitable.
One thing we know for sure, we're not going to be able to occupy this building September 5th for our students, and so our focus have shifted in terms of so now where.
Now where, and how to pay for relocating nearly 600 children. Deputy Speaker of the State Assembly, Erlene Hooper, says she's earmarked state funds to help pay for temporary housing for the building students, all kindergartners and pre-K.
I'm allowed, and I have allocated $1 million to the Hempstead School District. This is a grant. It has no strings attached.
Still, parents like 4-year-old Shayla's mom worries where she'll be sent. So it's a problem.
It is, because if they find another place, maybe it's too far in another town.
But local organizations are stepping up to help. The Academy Charter School in Hempstead offering to make room for as many children as it can.
An act of God like this really gives us an opportunity to show that we're part of the community. These are our kids. I mean, we may have a separate amount of kids that we service, but these are our kids, and we want to make sure that we open our arms to the families.
And the Jackson Memorial AME Zion Church.
That is the responsible thing to do for people who love this community.
The lightning strike that sparked last week's fire damaged classrooms. This is what's left of a reading room, books, smartboards, computers, and hallways. It's yet another hurdle for a school district embroiled in a costly legal battle over the fate of its suspended superintendent and trying to pull its way out of, at times, a 37% graduation rate, one of the lowest in the nation. The district does have fire insurance, but it's not yet known how much will be reimbursed. In Hempstead, Long Island, Carolyn Gossoff, CBS 2 News.
And we've been following the turmoil in the Hempstead School District. You can watch our documentary, 37%, on CBSNewYork.com. It will air on TV on CBS 2 Sunday, September 2nd at noon. Countdown to a new cookie the Girl Scouts are introducing in addition to their cookie lineup next year. It is the chewy caramel chocolate chip cookie. It features rich caramel, semi-sweet chocolate chips, and a touch of sea salt. It's gluten-free. Generally, Girl Scout cookie season begins in January or February and continues through April. The Scouts use the cookie program to teach entrepreneurial skills, along with helping finance Scout-related activities. And for the record, the most popular Girl Scout cookie is the Thin Mint. Well, fans around the world were impressed and at times deeply moved by Paul McCartney's segment of Carpool Karaoke with James Corden. Well, there's more where that came from.
Here's my trick. I do 20% peanut butter, 20% almond butter, 60% jelly.
James, I've had sandwiches before.
I know. I thought that this would be better. I did. Should we just show more of our tour around Liverpool?
Let's do that.
An all-new special one-hour documentary film, Carpool Karaoke, When Corden Met McCartney, live from Liverpool. Coming Monday, August 20th at 8 p.m. Only at CBS.
And the original Carpool Karaoke went over so well, it's been turned into that one-hour special featuring previously unreleased footage. You can see Sir Paul and James Corden together again Monday night right here on CBS 2. And that's your CBS 2 News Update. I'm Mary Calvi. See you on CBS 2 News for the news at noon.